Okay, so I'm just gonna raw dog dive straight into this topic because a lot of you might think this video is clickbait. We've seen a lot of videos implying that Blue Protocol is not coming to global, whether it be the insolvency from back in Q2 of this year, or the hype that was generated in the recent game shows like Gamescom hoping Blue Protocol would be shown there, which it didn't, to no one's surprise. You guys get the point. It was not looking great and many farmed content out of it, which is totally fair. I have been following this game's progress for years now. I'm currently playing Japan's version with over 2,500 hours and still going. I want to see the global version succeed. Now, we get our first proof that Bandai Namco Online is preparing themselves to expand to a wider audience, to the global audience. There is no release date set currently, but this is reassurance that Bandai has not forgotten about releasing overseas. On August 22nd, Japan's CEDEC hosted a conference to discuss the DE&I and information regarding the overseas. Now, that was a lot of abbreviations I just said, so let me break it down. This conference happened at the same time as Gamescom, so naturally, this piece of news just flew by everyone. The CEDEC, which is called the Computer Entertainment Developers Conference, is equivalent to the Game Awards. Every year, they acknowledge achievements from developers, give awards to games, and let developers talk about their plans regarding their IPs. The main speaker is Okuma Future from Bandai's Quality Assurance Department. She discussed the importance of DE&I for the future. Now, my tiny brain couldn't remember what DE&I meant, so I had to look it up, and it stands for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. My guess with that is that they are talking about what is culturally acceptable in Japan, but isn't overseas. Bandai Namco Online might be looking into altering some of the looks or even dialogue to fit a wider audience. Now, we don't know for sure yet, so please don't go around suggesting that this is confirmed. I know we are all desperate to share any sliver of Blue Protocol global news, but please, once again, the part about looking into altering stuff is not confirmed yet. Now, let's read the summary of the conference. Note that this is directly translated from Japanese, so some English wording might be off. In this session, we will introduce some of the knowledge and experience gained from Bandai Namco Online in the expression of DE&I that they gain while aiming to disseminate information overseas in projects such as Blue Protocol, as well as the contents of the in-house training they conducted to disseminate this knowledge within the company. We will explain the expected effects of including diversity in content and the contents that you may be able to use in your company starting tomorrow. They mentioned disseminating or to spread information overseas. If that wasn't enough evidence hinting global is still on its way, there's still this little chub of information at the top labeled Insights Gained. This means the goal of this topic. And it says, in quotes, the importance of considering DE&I in content expression in overseas publishing, mainly in North America, end quote. They mentioned North America specifically. This all means that global is coming, but we don't know when. I was trying to find a recorded video of the conference, but found nothing but another CEDEC Blue Protocol conference from 2023 that was shown public on YouTube on 2024. This likely means that we won't get any sort of recorded footage on what was discussed specifically about the DE&I and global details for a long time. Who knows, maybe we'll even get a global release date before we get footage from this conference. That's pretty much the main gist of this video, to provide assurance to the global audience that the game is still going to release. Now, let me discuss a relatable point I've heard in the past months. Vocal people suggest that the hype for global is dead, that the game is taking too long to expand overseas and therefore most have lost interest. But that's simply not true, and here's why. My channel is the perfect example of that. My first ever video discussing any form of news about Blue Protocol got almost 100,000 views at the time of this video. That's huge for a channel of my size. I started at around 200 subs when I posted that video. Imagine if a more popular YouTuber with over, let's say, hundreds of thousands of subs that also understood the situation in Japan made a video about it at the time. That would have easily hit 500,000 views a while ago, I guarantee you. People are interested in this game. People are willing to wait no matter the time it takes. There are so many games right now to play while Bandai releases a more finished product for the global audience. We just have to wait. Another example is Lost Ark Global. Been out for a couple of years in Korea before coming to the West and was still delayed for us in the West. People were also dooming that the game would be dead on launch, and that was nowhere near the case. We just have to wait, guys. There's nothing more to it, I'm afraid. Honestly, I'm just excited we're coming closer to knowing when the release of Global is. I know the game had a rocky start, but many improvements have been made since, and I'm optimistic that these changes will lead to retaining a larger global audience long term. It's hard to come back from first impression like Blue Protocol had, but I'm certain it would have had a larger audience if these quality of life changes came on release. Anyways, that's all I have to report quickly on today. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and like this video if you haven't already. Subbing helps my small channel with the YouTube algorithm, which helps extend the reach of this video to audience. Thank you so much, and a cactus will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.